I mean, we said it all year long when we were doing the Fantasy League Fantastico shows, and once again it rings true here on Pick'em Night, Draft Order Show. Jones gets the 7th pick. Del Sano, scroll never comes up, and he ends up with the last pick. The Del Sano tsunami train might just have arrived, everybody, and I think a lot of the men are going, woo! There's a walkover.
Are you done?
Sorry.
Good. All right.
Really excited.
So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is the lineup for the drafting order. Started with Singleton, followed by BJ, then DTs, then Syverson, Rosen, Bugs, Jones, and to round it out, Del Sano. That's where they lie. Everything was done transparently and fairly. We're going to take a couple minutes. When we come back, we're going to break down a couple of mock drafts. Try to get inside the heads of these competitors, what they may think and what they're looking at when they're choosing their horses to take them to win the Menstown Cup. All right, we'll be back in a minute.
We'll see you in a bit.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Menstown Minute. This is our draft order selection show, and we're going to do a quick little mock draft to see where we think some of these competitors, these bottom 8, some of the horses that they're going to choose from the top 8. All right, but you go first. Who's Singleton going to run with?
Well, I've got Singleton picking up an old buddy that he's known since high school, a 3-time champion, one of the Italians on the board. I see Singleton picking Benassini with the first pick, the former #1 player in the world, now #2. He goes first.
He's a great player, Benny, indeed. But I think Singleton's going to go with another competitor, Levet. I think Levet provides him with a base of knowledge. Singleton hasn't been to many or all of the men's towns. He's been to, how many has he been to?
I think he's been to 3 men's towns.
Been to 3, so he's got a good, and he's had a chance to evaluate talent.
Yeah.
I think he goes with Levet.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick. I had Levet at a lot of my boards. I think Singleton picking first was a real surprise.
Huge surprise.
And I didn't see them as quite the matchup that I liked as much as Benassini Singleton.
All right, for #2 we have BJ, and I believe BJ is going to choose Clay. BJ, first men's town was last year Menstown Santa Cruz Mountains. He was partnered with Dom H, and what happened there was Dom H basically drunk himself out of the competition.
Right.
And with that, he pulled BJ with him. I think he's going to choose Clay because I think Clay is the #1 ranked player in the world. He has the depth of knowledge. He's going to be able to kind of grab hold of Clay and have Clay lead him to a championship.
I think I get what you're doing there. BJ, a second-year player, doesn't know the field as well as maybe some of these other guys. He's just going to pull the top-ranked player best off the board. And go with that. I think that's a pretty solid selection. Though I go with BJ selecting Levet. I think, again, I thought Levet was going to be, if anybody else was picking besides Singleton, Levet goes. Singleton #1, he picks Benny. BJ grabs Levet there. I think that's the best value on the board for him.
Good, good. #3.
DT's, I mean, a real shocker at 3. I mean, he didn't have the scrolls, but he got up a high pick. I think he picks his longtime buddy, and he tries to shock the world like he does every year picking Frank Gore in fantasy football. Paul Reyes, welcome to DT's land, and good luck with that, son.
Well, Reyes is a talented player. He's been in numerous semifinals. He just hasn't had the teammate to push him over the edge. But I think DT's is really going to look for someone who's proven that they could go over the edge and get the cup, get the name on the cup. That's Benassini. A DT's Benny match team would be feared by all, and I think that that's the direction he's going to go. Benny is a tall, lanky, athletic man who knows how to win, and DT's would be a fool to pass him up.
I think Captain Excuses will have no excuse with that 3rd pick picking Benny. I mean, that's a pretty safe pick. Again, I think he'll go Reyes, but again, I'd have Benny off my board here in my mock draft, so not even an option. What about 4, buddy?
Number 4, Symerson. I believe Symerson is going to go with Dan M. I think Dr. Dick is a competitor who you don't have to worry about the BAC, blood alcohol content. He kind of keeps it going, but he keeps his cool. I think Symerson, after last year's debacle, with Levet as his teammate, who, by all accounts, Levet really, again, shit the bed. Unbelievable meltdown. He's going to want someone more steady who knows how to handle their booze. He's going to go with Dan Maloney.
Well, I disagree with you completely. I think Symerson looks and needs a leader here. He needs someone that's going to bring a lot of clout and someone that's going to take him to the promised land. Maloney's not that player, and I think Maloney's going to struggle this year, and I've got him way down in my mock draft. I think Maloney was fired up with Clay. I think Clay demands a lot out of you, and that's why I've got Clay here with Symerson. I think Symerson recognizes that he's a skilled enough player, but he needs that push. He got it from Levet until the meltdown. He's going to get it from Clay, and that may put them up into the semis. I don't see them winning it, though.
Well, both those teams, both those pairings would be really good.
Yeah, well, we go to 5. The new boy that jumped right up the rankings and has a real nice pick at 5, Adam Rosen. I got him bringing the team back, Him and Spencer played last year. They got to a final. Didn't win, obviously. Everyone got swept out by Clay Maloney. But I see Rosen picking up Spencer, and they go for it again.
Yeah, and I can't disagree with you. I think they had a great partnership last year. And again, there's a lot of clouds swirling over that Clay Maloney victory. Was Clay keeping with the spirit of Menstown by keeping a little alcohol to his lips? And I think they're going to want to get together to prove that it was no fluke that they made it to the finals and that they really should have won.
And I think it's a mistake, actually. I think Rosen needs to mix it up, go with it in another direction. I think familiarity in this point, in this instance, could breed contempt. This is his best buddy, the guy that brought him into Menstown. He's going to go with him again, and I think they're going to come up a lot shorter than they did last year, and we're going to see a lot of
unhappy people,
profanity flying in the air.
Well, I think everybody knows that Spencer is a complete hothead. By all accounts, all the observers, competitors who I've spoken with, Spencer is not to be trusted if things don't go his way. Up next, Bugby. Bugs, I believe, is going to run with Reyes. I think Reyes is a solid competitor who has, again, gotten to the semis a lot, and I think this is a good fit for Bugs, someone a little more even-keeled than DTs who can be a little emotional. The two of them were like oil and water. Maybe he finds the right mixture with Reyes.
Well, Bugs picking at 5 here, or 6, sorry. He's only got 3 really to choose from, and I think he needs, like Symerson, a leader. And Reyes has been known to carry a guy all the way to the finals. He really rises to the occasion. He's just never quite had that partner to take him over the edge. I think Bugs has looked at film. I think he's recognized that. Knows his weaknesses, which is pretty much everything. He's going to take Reyes, and he's going to hope Reyes catches fire again.
Oh, right on. No, you have
7.
Who's 7?
Oh, yeah, I didn't get to my Bugs pick. That was your Bugs pick.
That was my Bugs pick.
Jeez. I've got Ratto going to Bugs here at the 6th pick. I think Ratto has value here. He jumped 4 slots up to the 8th spot, got out of the war room, and here he is getting selected. And I got him over these other 2 guys. I just think that Ratto's on the rise. This could be a year. Problem is, with Bugs, I think those are 2 hotheads. They're both about the same shaped man. I think Ratto may be coming under a little bit. I don't see the mobility at beer pong, and in the holy board, Ratto's an average player at best, and Bugs can be a head case. Smoking the doobie.
We don't know about that.
That's not a very good team.
All right. Well, that's what you chose, and for Jones, I believe Jones is going to go.